Mika Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Wednesday. This is the Woo Report, episode 148. I'm your host, Sam Woo, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio virtual studios here somewhere in New Jersey, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Today's title, Rebuilding the Devils Power Play, because the Devils right now are just waiting it out. They're waiting it out. Tom Fitzgerald said the other day that he believes in this team, but he also says they should be pretty much held accountable. The guys in the room pretty much have to figure it out. Not the exact quotes, but just reading between the line, basically holding the players accountable, showing some confidence in the coaches. But if you want to improve and you want to come out of this extended Christmas break, you're going to have to rebuild the power play. Because the power play has been the biggest Achilles heel of our New Jersey Devils. And we better hope that they do, because they are falling quickly, fast in the Metropolitan Division. Only one win in December. Not good. That's not what a playoff team would look like if you were to get into the playoffs. So how do you rebuild the power play? How do you get them scoring, but also, most importantly, and I think this is the most important thing, not give up any shorthanded chances, because that has been killing the Devils. The shorthanded chances that they're giving up, the shorthanded goals. When you take the power play net, they are once amongst the league's worst in the last 40 years, their power play, because it's been that bad. The penalty kill has been fine as of late. Hope to see that be consistent. But how are they giving up so many goals? Number one, I think Dougie Hamilton, first third of the season, could be effective offensively on the power play, but he's often trying to skate back and getting late, and Devils are giving up a lot of shorthanded goals. And I think maybe the Devils should maybe put Siegenthaler on the power play, and I hate to say it. He has been the most consistent player, but instead of 4 forwards and 1 defenseman, maybe it's best to put somebody like him or Ryan Graves, once he comes back, on the power play to play alongside Dougie Hamilton. I'm all about having 4 forwards, but if you're giving up goals at an enormous rate, that's not good. Also, I think Sharon Govich needs to get the puck more and get the puck more to the net. Somebody on Twitter, I don't have his Twitter handle right now, was asking about maybe putting Sharon Govich out there on the power play, and he's got a decent shot on the point. I completely agree. I'm not sure if Sharon Govich's shot is, could get through. But I will say this, though. The Devils need to cause more havoc up front and stop playing the perimeter game. I think they need to start quickly putting shots on net and start digging for that puck and getting these hard-earned goals. When you're not scoring and you're passing the puck around, look, I'm all about plays. I'm all about the setup. I'm all about execution. But the bottom line is you're telegraphing it in front of the team, the opposing team, and they're figuring it out very easily. Even the worst penalty killing teams are figuring it out. You need to have some sort of surprise and unpredictability with this power play. There needs to be traffic in front of the net. And I'm not talking about stagnant traffic. I'm talking about players moving around, causing the goaltender hesitation. Goaltenders are great in the NHL level, especially young butterfly goaltenders. They can pretty much block anything low. I would suggest, if you want to rebuild this power play, speed, 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 quickness, 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 get the puck on the net. And if they clear it out, they clear it out. You reset and you reload. Also, I think just all these shorthanded chances are hurting the New Jersey Devils. And maybe they should be maybe just a little bit more careful. Severson, PK Subban. I mean, all these guys are capable of manning the point on the power play. But really, they need strength up front. Would you put Mikey McLeod on the power play to take the face-offs? But also, he's a big forward. Use his size and strength up front. Pavel Zacha, we need to see more from him. More from him. Some of the comments coming in on the YouTube Live, Tony P. Sam Wu, we are just part of Harris Management Master Plan to sell to Quebec in 2025. Are they paying in Canadian dollars or US dollars? Meow, meow. Only Uncle Steve can save the Devils. Yeah, I wish Steve Cohen was a huge hockey fan, especially of the New Jersey Devils. I mean, he would just have a field day. Now, granted, there is a salary cap in the NHL, but he's also about culture building. What do I mean by that? Well, when Steve Cohen first came to the team, he said he wanted to build something special. He didn't care about the money. Okay, his heart's in it. That's culture. Number two, a month later, the whole scandal, Mickey Callaway. These are pretty damning allegations, which I believe turned to be proven true. Sexual harassment, all that. And the Mets GM being involved immediately fired that Mets GM immediately and reiterated about that, doubling down that he meant it when he wanted to change the culture. Now, this is kind of talking about something different with the New Jersey Devils, because right now, as far as we know, these are good people behind the scenes with the New Jersey Devils. But we want a winning culture. And winning starts with good habits. It seems like the Devils, the young youth, and maybe this is what Tom Fitzgerald was alluding to, that they need to support each other within the locker room, but also need to get out of these bad habits. At times, we see glimpses of brilliance for 10 minutes, and then they fall asleep for another 50 minutes. That's the inconsistency, but you know what? If you want to rebuild this power play, you need to have confidence. You need to have the smarts, the intelligence, but also you got to be gritty. You got to put the puck on net. Most of the times they don't even get a shot off. They look pretty going east-west, but if you don't get the puck on net, you're not working the goaltender. And then that's part about the power play. You want to work the goaltender within those 2 minutes. Bad penalties. Sometimes the Devils would get a nice power play, but screw it up and suddenly it's 4-on-4. Corbin writes, no washed up, overpaid players past their primes, please. Only hurts the progression of this team. Corbin, it's a different situation out on Long Island with the New York Mets, all right, out in Queens. David Decker, I disagree. The owners are spending, shut it. They just need an effing coach. I would agree with you. I bet you if I was ownership, I'd be a little mystified. The problem is these are not hockey people. They've got a lot of money, but they're not really hockey people. Should there do, the information that they have to make business decisions are coming from the folks below. They put a lot of emphasis on scouting, analytics, trying to differentiate themselves philosophically from the Lou Lamoriello years. But I will say, the results so far in the past 4 weeks have been disappointing. The hope is, and again, we're betting with hope, that the Devils will get back to their old ways in the beginning of the year. Corbin writes, Sam, I was pointing to Benji's GM skills. Oh, okay. Benji Stone, friend of the podcast. He's always on. And that's great. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, I just can't see the Devils turning any of this around. It's time to take action. But we'll see. It's Tom Fitzgerald. He said, hey, it's on the players. It's the guys in the room. Play for each other. But they do need to play like a team. And I think that's why the power plays results have shown to be terrible. Because they're not playing like a team. And if you want to rebuild the power play, you need to develop that chemistry. You need to develop that confidence, that swagger. 5-on-4 sometimes looks like they're playing 3-on-4. And then the puck goes the other way, and then shorthanded chances come. You can't rely on your goaltender every single time. And you need to get the puck deep in the zone. The puck management we keep on hearing, the puck control, that's equally as important. You got to win those big faceoffs. Controlling the puck is a good thing. At the same time, let's not get too fancy and cute and try to get that perfect shot on. Any shot is better than no shot. And any given shot has a chance of going into the net. I know that sounds captain obvious, but look, if you can just speed up that shot instead of winding up taking, a slap shot, maybe that little wrister would do more damage, as nobody knows where that puck is going to land, including the goaltender. But Chico Resch said this on the podcast, and same with Nick Villano. They got to maybe start taking more one-timers. They're one of the league's worst in one-timers attempt on the power play. That tells you something. But the reason why you want them to take one-timers is they don't have time to think. Think about it and telegraph their shots, giving the goaltenders time to readjust, see the puck better, and make the save. That's why they're netting 5-6% on the power play. 5-6% after you count all those shorthanded goals that they've given up. Lack of discipline, lack of focus, not playing like a team. And that's what needs to be fixed with that power play. They need to start working well as a team. And also, the focus should be get the puck on net and try to get the rebound. Let's simplify the game for this young team. Corbin writes, there's no chemistry with this team. Lack of leadership, accountability is going to define our season. Can't agree with you more. We'll talk about this a little bit more on State of the Fan Address, 8:30 p.m. Eastern start tonight. Guest is from pucksandpitchforks.com. Dan Rice, Nick Villano, and I will talk about the New Jersey Devils as we are in an extended Christmas break pause. Tomorrow, we're still going to have our Happy Festivus podcast sometime tomorrow afternoon. I got to work it out with Vinny. And Vinny's going to be on to air out our grievances. You keep it here, because here at the Let's Go Devils podcast, we're not taking an extended Christmas break. Oh, no. We're going to give you coverage. We're going to give you content. We're going to talk Devils hockey. Nothing will stop us. Nothing will stop us. And we'll still keep on thinking how to rebuild the Devils power play. I want to thank all those joining in, dropping the podcast on their favorite podcast pages: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart app, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Prime, you name it, we're there. See you at 8:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Stay at Fan Address. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.